make we run down. Never, 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 never. I'ma get that low. Girl, you the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. Money go check low. Girl, you the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. Go too rough, so you know, girl, I be feeling this love. Even when I'm down, you wanna wait in this up. It's not blessing, I'ma not be luck. Baby, nobody feel day like you. I said nobody feel make me feel the way you do. I'ma get that low. Girl, you the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. Money go check low. Girl, you the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. They never know. They never know. My lady, you know me, no fi give up on you never. Wanna be with you forever, 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 forever. Oh baby, where we dey go? Now forward ever, backward never. Them they pray make we run down. Never, 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 never. I'ma get that low. Girl, you the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. Money go check low. Girl, you the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. They never know. They never know. Without you, baby, the journey go too rough. So you know, girl, I be feeling this love. Even when I'm down, you wanna wait in this up. It's not blessing, I'ma not be luck. Baby, nobody feel day like you. I said nobody feel make me feel the way you do. I'ma get that low. Girl, you the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. Money go check low. Girl, you the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. They never know. They never know. They never know.
Thank you for tuning in. It's Thursday evening, February 13th. We're back with another episode of the Hohner Live series. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Let us know from where you're tuning in the world. We started out having some technical difficulties. I'm just updating this OBS software all the time, and then things change, and it's hard for me to adjust things. But I hope you can see or hear us. We're back talking again to Ariel Bart tonight. Looking forward to it. The last time we did this 4 years ago, and we met again at the Harmonica Festival in Berlin last year, which was an amazing event hosted by Marko Jovanovic and his team. And now Ariel lives in Berlin again. So, yeah, looking forward to an update. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me. You did a beautiful introduction.
I tried my very best. Yeah, Jean is tuning in from Spain. Nice. Yeah. I guess you have better weather than here, or like at least it's warm. We got some snow, both in Hamburg and in Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great snowing.
So this is awesome. We can have a little update, and you moved back to Berlin. You lived in Berlin before, right? And for people
for like
who don't,
a short time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And for people who don't know out there, I feel like now that you live in Berlin again, you might be like the best chromatic player in Germany, you know?
Thank you for the compliment.
Did you ever think about that?
I don't know, but thank you. It's not like there are so many like players, you know. It's not like a huge
That's true.
So, the pool is small.
Yeah.
I have to be a part of it. Yeah, so I'm in Berlin now. I just moved back like a few months ago. I mean, I was here for some time. A few years ago, I started a master degree here.
Right.
I took the program, and ever since I was going like back and forth a little bit. And now I'm here.
Yeah, like in general, for the people out there, I mean, you're also one of the few players who studied the instrument at a music school. Like, what were like the main takeaways from that, basically? Like, how is it still useful for you today? Is it just getting in touch with the people, or like additional things too?
You mean like, how is it like being a student in a music school?
Yeah, and do you still like benefit from it today, kind of?
Definitely. First, like, I feel like maybe 100% of the people that I'm working with, I studied with them.
Yeah.
In New York, in Israel, here in Germany. So definitely. So a lot of connections. Also, like, you know, like, I feel like my biggest inspirations ever, like to compose, to play, to like lead a band, it's coming from people I've met like in my studies.
Yeah.
So definitely, yeah.
Yeah, because like being in touch with all these people, I think sometimes it's the way that it's only about the connections you make during the studies, you know?
I mean, it's just like part of this job in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to play with people, you need to make the connections. Music school, it's a good way to do so. Yeah, that's like a big part of, I mean, of why I started the master in Berlin. I knew that I wanted like to be in Europe, and it seems like an easy start, you know?
Yeah. Nice. Jean says, oh yeah, in the evening it's still cold over here. Yeah. Have you been playing some concerts lately in other countries?
Yeah, I've been to Hong Kong recently.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very special. My first time over there. It was like a jazz festival. Was amazing. We traveled a little bit. It was with my trio. That's like my main project at the moment. So yeah, Hong Kong. I'm going to France next month. I have some something coming up in Spain. So like going around a little bit.
Yeah. Nice. How was the audience in Hong Kong? I feel like in Asia still like maybe people are even like more into music than here, and they're still buying CDs and stuff like that, you know?
They are definitely less polite than the Germans in a good way.
Okay.
In Germany, you play a concert and it's hard to tell if the audience, I mean, if you like it, if you don't like it, like what's the vibe?
Yeah.
In Hong Kong, they were very like interactive, and they really like appreciated, which was, I mean, in a way like fun to see. Like they really appreciated the fact that people are coming to Hong Kong from like so far, you know, and
Yeah.
really appreciated like the road. I mean, it was like 14 hours flight, 5 hours on the train, so.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. Such a different, you know, different attitude, different music scene.
So
Yeah.
you had to sign a lot of CDs and take pictures and stuff.
Yeah, they're really into the pictures,
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah, that's nice.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spain and France is also good. Yeah. Well, how do you feel like about the harmonica scene in Israel? I feel like there are so many players, and I just talked to Yotam Ben Or, right, a few weeks ago.
I mean, it's not like a huge scene in Israel, but there are a few like really good players, I feel like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But like all of you are also like kind of the similar age. Is that true?
You're talking about like Yotam and Ronnie.
Yeah.
They're a bit older, but kind of like the same age, same like yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, but other than that, it's not a super like developed instrument in Israel. I started in like an harmonica orchestra in Israel. But I mean, most of the people, it stays like as a hobby for them. So basically, it's the three of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to make something out of it, which is nice. They are now in New York. I'm here. Yeah.
On which occasions did you have the chance to play together, like outside of Israel?
And never really.
Oh, okay. Do you enjoy being on stage with other harmonica players at all?
To be honest, the first time was the Harmonica Fan Festival last May. Yeah, honestly, it was even like the first festival that I attended like as a player.
Right.
So that was a cool experience for me, very different. I really felt like the strong community vibe. That was like the first time that I felt like, okay, I'm a part of something.
Yeah.
That was super fun. And then we all played together Spain on stage.
Oh yeah.
I think like that was maybe the first time that I'm playing with other harmonica player, like in a festival on a stage. Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah, Joel sent me the whole video of that Spain performance.
Yeah, it was fun, you know, because you see like so many players, but each one of us is so different.
Yeah.
For me, it's a limited instrument in a way. So it's hard like to imagine like the possibilities and like the range of things that you can do on the instrument. But then I saw all of you there and I was like, okay, we can do so many other things with this.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, like these encores like with the harmonica quartet and stuff are like always good opportunities to mess up things too. Like I listened to all the solos again. Very interesting.
Your mic wasn't working or something, right?
Oh, mine was working, but I think Rotros, I don't know how to pronounce his name. That one didn't work.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah, but I'm like kind of used to doing these encores with
no, you
with
travel a
the
lot.
harmonica quartets. Like in Asia, we always did. I think we did Spain before, and then we did the Beatles song,
Yeah.
but like just a blues progression or something. Oh yeah, Ronnie Shellis is here in the chat. Nice, Ronnie. How is it going, man? I saw that you're doing like daily streams. Are you still doing them? We'd love to join. Maybe this month. Yeah. You know about Ronnie?
A little bit. That's
Yeah.
the thing also, like after we were talking at the festival, I was like, so many other people in this small scene. I know nobody, basically.
Yeah.
I'm really in my bubble. So it's nice. I feel like slowly I get to meet the people and interact with them, and yeah.
Okay, January was everyday streaming. I see. Yeah, Ronnie's on the packaging of the Hohner Rocket Low, I think. And I'm now, I should show everybody. I mean, it's a Hohner stream. I'm on this one now. This is the
Hi.
Meisterklasse, which I never played before. But like I'm starting to play it now, and I'm like trying to set up my C harmonica so I can use it in like videos and stuff. Yeah, so there's like new packaging and stuff. How do you carry around your harmonicas? Do you have a particular case? Like how many instruments do you travel with? You got like backup instruments?
Yeah. I have a lot of like backups. I always carry like more than I need. Same model, everything is the same. I just carry them like on their boxes, like nothing too crazy. If it's one show, I will take like 4 harmonicas. If it's a full tour, maybe 10.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I'm really like stressed about it. I need to chill. Because really like every like small change, like temperature, like the slide, the noises, like I feel like every sound check is different. Every instrument reacts in a different way. I'm super sensitive to everything, so I need my options.
Some of them might be squeaky. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. It would bother me. I cannot play like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like how do you go about warming up instruments? Like I think for some chromatic players that's a huge topic sometimes.
Like warming up, like you mean like warming up myself or like the
instrument itself before you play, basically. Some chromatic players are really concerned about that.
For me, I do nothing really.
Yeah.
In a way, I feel like I rather it's like to be cold when I start playing.
Okay.
Because like the warmness, it makes it a bit like sticky.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed to be fresh when I'm starting a concert, because then like if the weather is warmer, the button like gets stuck easier and faster, and yeah.
Interesting, because like some chromatic players carry like whatever warm like pads to warm the instruments up before the concert and stuff, right?
No, that's crazy. I mean, I see like why. I see the benefit in doing that. It just like, for me, I feel like it messes with like, the actual flexibility of the instrument at the end.
Yeah. How often do you have to work on your instruments being on tour? Do you do that stuff yourself, whatever, exchanging some valves or...
So I have like many problems with the instrument. I feel like I'm playing also like quite aggressive.
Yeah.
Like the way I breathe and like produce a sound is quite aggressive. So I'm ruining the instrument. It goes out of tune like a lot. I like drop it on the floor quite often.
Oh, for real? How?
It happens.
Okay.
And I'm not very like I have some knowledge about like how to fix like certain stuff on my own, but not everything. This is why I have like a lot of backups,
Yeah.
I really use the backups.
Interesting.
So I'm trying to clean like the instrument every time after like I'm done like practicing or performing.
Oh, okay. I used to do that like 10 years ago, but
You don't do it at all?
I probably should clean them a little more often.
But then the slide, I mean, it gets stuck. If you
Oh
don't...
yeah, talking about chromatic, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Only the chromatic. Yeah. So it gets stuck like so quickly. I have to do it. Otherwise, yeah. I don't know how it's like with the diatonic, to be honest. There is a reason to clean the instrument at all?
That's such a good question. I think it would be good to clean it sometimes, but at the same time also I play like wooden combs, and then also it's like sometimes just nice to have an instrument that was played before.
Yeah.
Because you got like all the saliva and it's like it's getting more airtight kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Like some of the saliva dries in there at the right spots, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you just got an airtight instrument and you get like better response and stuff. Like I would definitely have a little worse instrument if I just like take apart my C harmonica and clean it entirely.
Okay, yeah. I see.
So and I think like this effect of like getting more airtightness, you get that even more with wooden combs than with whatever, plastic or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But sometimes it's better for the looks to clean them.
So, yeah. Definitely.
So, like, I just do from time to time when I really feel, this doesn't look nice anymore.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like for the chromatic, it's really necessary. I mean, otherwise, you open the instrument the next day and it's stuck.
Yeah. So, how often do you put like oil on the slide, and do you use the Suzuki oil?
I don't use any oil, only just like warm water.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
I see.
Yeah. But maybe an oil, like, it's a good suggestion because I'm looking for a more like effective whatever. But I only use like warm water. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Ronnie also writes, I've heard from the older chromatic guys that water only is the way to go for the slide.
Thank you.
There you have it.
Yeah.
He also asks, is the trio project your focus at the moment, and are you working with other projects as you can tell us about? I also missed it. Where do you live, Ariel?
Okay, so I'm currently based in Berlin. The trio is my primary focus, like in the past few years, I would say. So again, like the trio, it's like an harmonica, a cello, and piano. We released an EP like a year ago, maybe.
Yeah, with great videos on YouTube.
Thank you. I mean, it's like somehow became an EP. The idea was like to make a video. So we shot everything on film. It was quite an experience. Recording live, filming on film. So it was fun. And we just recorded another album, like a full album, a few months ago. So this one is going to be released probably in the fall, in a few months. And we're planning probably like to tour with the project, to release the album. Other than that, I'm composing some music. I'm playing like sometimes with other people. I would love to do so more. That's the thing with the harmonica. It's like it's not a necessity for most of the people. It's a nice instrument to have if you're a good player. It's nice to have you in the band, but it's not a necessity.
Like first is backing vocals, then probably you get some horns and some strings, and then maybe you can think of like
Because I have other priorities also, like budget wise, there are like different priorities. So I don't get to do this like a lot. But every time I do so, I feel like that's super beneficial for my music as well. Like just playing like other people's music and learning like from other people. So that's super nice. Yeah, but I'm going with the trio at the moment.
Yeah. So when did you get to know the other two musicians, and why playing without drums?
So the pianist I met here in Berlin when I studied like one semester of my master's. So that was a few years ago. And the cellist I met in Israel. I was looking for a cellist. I knew that I wanted the cello in my band. I really like the combination of like the harmonica and the cello together. I feel
that's true.
Unique sound. So I was looking for something specific, someone who can like obviously play good, but also like can improvise over chords, can comp, can play good like pizzicato, like someone with like a versatility, I guess. So this is how I found Talia the cellist. So we were playing with her for like 2 or 3 years now. No drums. That's a good question. Initially, the trio, it was a quintet.
Oh, okay. So you threw out two musicians.
I mean, it was a quintet, just like the trio with bass and drums. But when we started like touring and performing, especially like going abroad, it was during COVID. Budget-wise, it just like it doesn't make sense to travel with 5 people. It's just not realistic. So I knew that it has to be a trio, and I was like, okay, then let's do it like this. It took me some time like to adjust to it in my brain, like to make it like a trio and not like to compromise or like adjust the music that I already have to this certain like format. But now I feel like we really created something special together in terms of like sound and togetherness and like composition wise. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's mostly your original music, right? So
yeah, only my original music and like some of improvisation. So but yeah, only original music that I've been writing like in the past years. Yeah.
So can you tell people about like how do you go about composing for you on the harmonica? Like
I don't use the harmonica at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm only using the piano for like composing and like even like any preparation that I'm doing for like a concert or like for a recording session. I barely touch the harmonica. The first time that I play on my instrument is like the first rehearsal with everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it fresh, like as a player. And sometimes when you work on a composition, you spend like hours figuring out the chords and like the rhythm and the form, and you're like overwhelmed by the composition by the time you get to the first rehearsal. But as a player, I want to stay like intrigued by the music, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if I already improvised over it like hundreds of times, then I have nothing to say sometimes. So I wanna meet my musician like in the same point, you know. So we are all playing the music for the first time. We are all trying to improvise over it for the first time. And that's super fun for me so far. Only later, if I feel like I need to practice some stuff, like as an harmonica player,
mm-hmm.
go home and I do my thing. But that's only like later on in the process.
Okay. That leaves a lot of questions for a few people, probably. Like, what do you actually practice on harmonica then? Like, if it's not repertoire?
Yeah, not repertoire at all. I feel like nowadays I feel like I'm practicing more like on shapes. I'm trying to find things that are uncomfortable on the instrument that are not like aren't meant for this specific instrument, that are not easy like to produce on the instrument, and I'm trying to work on these things. So I'm playing like a lot of like arpeggios or like different shapes, work on my articulation. I'm not using my tongue at all. So I'm trying like a little bit more to bring it to my playing, and trying to figure it out, like what's the best way for me to do it. And then I'm working on a lot of things that aren't necessarily related to the harmonica, like sight reading and improvisation. I improvise a lot, but I don't feel like it's about like practicing the harmonica. It's about like practicing music in my brain.
Yeah.
More so. Yeah.
Yeah, so like a lot of mental practice too, kind of.
Yeah, I feel like that's most of what I'm doing. Yeah, but recently I'm enjoying like practicing the harmonica as well. That's rare for me. Like most of my life, it wasn't like this. But recently I'm really practicing the harmonica, trying to to get more out of it. And it's fun. The trick is like, how do you practice things that, that you don't know already, because you don't know them. So you don't need that you don't know that you need to practice them. So how do you go like out of your routine? That's the tricky part. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so what's like some stuff you could show that you practice? Like for me as a diatonic player, and like maybe there are some diatonic players watching, like of course, and obviously there's like this new thing of like pushing this slide and this additional physical action, and yeah, it's harder to play. I mean, it's also hard on the diatonic to play in keys like E major and stuff. Like things don't lay out as well.
When I practice, I always pick like the annoying scales. So like E major, A major, or like the major sharp keys. Yeah. Because it's really annoying.
Yeah.
And then like I usually start with like shapes around these scales, So like doing like triads on the scale, just going back and forth, like divide the scale into like 4 notes, 3 notes, just going back and forth, setting up like a tempo as a start. I'm using the metronome quite often. I'm playing the 16 holes, and like, for example, like breathing wise, I feel like the low register takes more out of me in terms of like air. So I'm usually practice only there now. I'm trying like to develop my lungs and my brain around this register. I feel like it's a little bit harder for me to play there faster because I don't have enough like air. Trying like to force myself to breathe more from like the nose and not use my mouth. So sometimes I do like scales like around the instrument. I'm trying to do like 2 minutes without bringing like from my mouth at all. So I don't know, I'm just like playing around and I'm seeing like what's hard for me. And if it's not going well, I'm trying to stick up there and see what's fun. Yeah.
You got an instrument with you? Can you show like an easy exercise for the people out there in one of those weird keys?
Yeah, sure. So like I usually start without any like idea like in advance. I'm playing like a few notes, or like let's say just chose some notes. That's an E major scale.
Oh yeah, I think we didn't check the harmonica sound before doing this, right? I think
don't hear it.
Activate the original audio.
Audio. What do I do? Original sound from musician should be on or off?
Oh, it probably should be on, yeah. And if you got like any option to...
Do you hear it?
I think it's still a little suppressed. If you go to the audio settings, just like get rid of all the background noise cancellation.
Now.
There's some suppression going on.
Wait.
Okay, Ronnie says, after turning it on, you still have to click on in the top right-hand corner.
Say that again? After?
Oh yeah, something changed. Yeah, I think the noise suppression is gone now. Yeah.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Ah, cool. That's useful for my students. Thank you.
Like, you're teaching and like nobody can hear what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a problem. Never mind. Anyway, so I just like choose randomly like few notes. Let's say like these are the notes.
It's being suppressed again though.
Oh, no idea. Maybe it's the register.
Weird. The mic sounded so open.
Maybe I'll try to get closer. Do you hear it?
Yeah, I can always we can always hear like the first few notes and then the sound is gone for some reason.
Oh, never mind. I will just explain. So for example, you take like 4 notes, and you do like exercise every time you change one note, like half step or like a whole step, and without like a certain order, and then you change like any other note, and then like the bottom note, the top note, the middle note, every time you change one note, but you keep the tempo. It's like daga 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 daga, and every time you change different notes, sometimes 2 notes. And then you start like with notes that are close to each other, and then create gaps. So like when you change like the bottom note, go from like E to B and start your shape like from there. So keep the top note the same, only the bottom note is changing. Then you create different shapes. So yeah, that's a good exercise that I'm doing. Trying to work a lot of like my intuition with the instrument, because like they're not like, I mean, it's not the same as any other instrument that's not a visible instrument like the piano, and also you don't have like even like fingering like a saxophone.
Yeah.
Nothing visible, so everything is in your brain. So I'm trying to work a lot on like just like my flexibility in my intuition, like to feel where I want to go, how fast can I go there, and be like precise with it. So yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie is the expert with the sound. So you're on your laptop, right?
Yes.
It will stay in the top right-hand corner of her Zoom screen, original sound off, and she can click that to turn it on.
Wait.
So there are the Zoom audio settings, but then also, even if you got the original sound for musicians on and like all the background noise deactivated, you still have to activate the original sound for musicians in the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah. It's off. Okay, let me see now.
Oh, something changed. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Thank you. So let me nice. So let me show you like what I mean. Maybe it will be more clear now. So like I choose let's say just like this shape. So I do like every time like I change like something a little bit. This was more like complicated, but you can even like choose like 3 notes. So like, and then you do. Like you move around. I do this like a lot. And like the other thing that I was talking about, just like intuition and flexibility, like in terms of like jumps and be like precise. I have like this exercise. You choose like one note and you do like an octave. So I'm playing 2 octaves actually. So I have like C, just like C note, and you always feel like something in between. Like I go usually like just half step above every time I start with like a different note. So this was an example for C. So you work like within these 2 octaves.
Yeah.
And it's really good, like just like for like mind flexibility and like intuition, because you have to feel like where you're coming from, how much do you have to like to jump, what's like the gap. So yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I think you gotta
I think you gotta
deactivate
deactivate again.
because like I can
'Cause, like,
hear
I can-
my feedback. I can hear myself twice if you got it activated. Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. But now everybody could hear what you were doing.
Yeah, and that's very useful for me to know.
Nice. Yeah. That's really good. Yeah, it inspires me to practice some chromatic. It's a little hobby of mine now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
like other people play golf or something. Yeah. So maybe also the harmonica festivals inspired you to practice harmonica again.
Yeah.
So how
really.
would you describe the experience at a festival like the Fan Harmonica Festival last year to people out there who've never been to something like that?
For me, like honestly, like the biggest part about it, it was like the way we like exchanged information with each other. It felt like a super like friendly situation, and we're all like in a way coming from like different backgrounds, different like working methods, practice methods, even like the way we clean the instrument. So it was just nice like to have the discussion with someone and like exchange ideas, and because usually I'm on my own. I'm not like,
Yeah.
I mean, in my daily life, it's not like I'm around other harmonica players. So yeah, and also it's nice like to hear that someone is also super like excited about it.
Yeah, I see.
Usually I'm like the black sheep, and that's okay for me. I got used to it, and there are like pros and cons to it. But it's nice, like to play your game with other people as well. So yeah, and honestly, like also like like just like even like the lineup of the festival, I was coming there like with my music, and because that I don't really get to see like other harmonica players, and honestly I don't listen to any music with harmonica. It's not like I've never like did really. So like just like seeing you playing the shows like on the lineup, I was like, okay, you can do like so many other things with the instrument, different genres. Really, it was like super like exciting for me to see.
Yeah, I think they had a really good lineup.
Yeah, very diverse. So yeah.
And also comparably young lineup. And
Very yeah.
yeah, very international. Also many European artists, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I mean, I knew some of the musicians, but I don't think like probably not the most of them, like just like a few names. And people were super like friendly. I really felt like even like the musicians who are coming with me, they were like, oh, you have such a nice community.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fun. Like it seems so fun.
Other instrumentalists don't have that, right?
Yeah, that's a different vibe. I was like, that's right. That's so fun. It's very like welcomed. Yeah.
But back then at the festival, you didn't give a workshop, did you?
I did like
Oh, you did?
my idea was like inspiration from other instruments, and like, yeah, kind of like that was the main idea.
Oh yeah. Why did I miss that one? I should have gone.
No, I think you had yours at the same time.
At the same time, okay. There's B. Hoppy and there's Kim. He was also at the festival from Barcelona. So he asks, can you tell us 3 or 4 harmonica players that inspire you and why?
That's a tough one for me.
That's like, I know.
Because as I said, I don't really listen to any other harmonica players. I mean, for me, like Stevie Wonder is my biggest inspiration, has always been, in a way that's like a part of why I started playing the instrument. Other than that, of course, that I appreciate like players like Toots Tillman, Grégoire Marais, Antonio Serrano. But I mean, they are all amazing. They are amazing players, but it's not like I'm really like listening to their music, to be honest. Yeah.
But yeah, I can tell that you started liking Stevie's playing. I mean, because you're a very bendy player, and not many chromatic players are. But like, maybe with the Suzukis and stuff, you have a warmer sound.
I'm working on that. That's super important to me. One of the things that I really don't like about the harmonica, that it's a very like sharpy, bright, and kind of annoying instrument a little bit. And that's the instrument I'm playing, and I'm really working on getting a warmer sound. This is also why I'm working on like the lower register a lot. This is why I'm playing like with my pickup. It cuts the high frequencies a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can you show people the pickup? Those who haven't seen that before?
That's the pickup. It's custom made by Dror Adler from the Adler Trio. It's from, how do you call it? Like a printer, 3D printer, HD printer. So yeah, it's an XLR connection. You just like slide it on the instrument. It works amazing. It makes the sound much more even, because when you're holding a mic, it's usually like only in one spot. But the pickup is very like equal, and it creates like a warmer sound, equal sound. That's super nice.
And do you practice with the pickup sometimes?
Sometimes, not very often.
Is it like heavy at all? No, it's like 3D printed, so it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't weigh at all.
Okay.
Sometimes in recording sessions, even when the pickup is not connected, because I'm using a condenser mic, I will put the pickup on because it cuts like the high frequencies naturally.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I would play with it just like acoustically.
Yeah.
I found that it creates like a nice and warmer sound. So,
Can you play something again, like with the pickup and without it, like acoustically?
I will try. Don't know if you can hear the difference.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's give it a shot. So I will turn on the thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna shut up.
So that's without the pickup. And then with the pickup. Do you hear any difference?
Big difference.
Really?
For me, it's like super big difference. Yeah.
I also feel like the difference when I play it, because the pickup, it's also, like in terms of like air that goes out.
Do you feel like a little more resistance kind of playing?
More pressure, you know? Because I mean, it stays for longer, the air stays for longer, and I really like the pressure. It pushes me, like, and also like makes it more fun, like to bend,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see. And now that I heard this, I feel like, I mean, and seeing your performances and stuff, That's like really part of your sound.
I'm trying to be consistent with my sound. The pickup is very much in my sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim also asks if you play any diatonic at all.
Never.
You don't even have a diatonic harmonica?
Don't have one.
Okay.
I played it maybe like a couple times in my life, probably like for students and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But not really, never.
Interesting. Yeah, you should get one.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you need a Suzuki, right?
I'll get some recommendations for you.
Are you like heavily affiliated with them so they can send you stuff? Like, how did you connect with them, or are you just playing their instruments?
I'm just playing their instrument. I'm not really in touch with, yeah. But for me, I always play this one. Trying also like what we were talking about, like in terms of like sound and consistency. I'm trying to keep the same model. Like for that's my sound.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shane is in the chat too. He's wondering, do you ever play any other key chromatics?
No.
Only the 16 hole in C.
Only the 16 holes in C. It's always been my thing. I feel like I have so much else like to discover on this instrument. I'm trying really to focus and work on my sound with these specific ones and not get like, like into other like instruments and sounds. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I also never tried like any other key chromatic. Like, why? Maybe playing in the key of E, whatever. Yeah, that's like a key I should also practice.
Yeah, sure.
It's terrible on the diatonic too. I think B is even harder.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like,
I think B is like already a little better on the chromatic again compared to E.
Yeah. Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah. That's a good one, right? So, with the new music you got coming up, how would you, just describe the music? Is like any different from what you were putting out? Like, are there like any changes? Do you feel like something changed in the way you compose, or are there stylistic changes, or like in production?
It's a good question. I feel like it's just maybe more like focused in a way. It's more, I hope so, that it's more to the point. It's more like about sound. I feel like when I started to compose, I just like, the idea was just like to put something on the paper that for me it sounds nice. But with the like last recording, we were really like discussing like sound and how like to provide a nice sound, like a unique sound, how to create like an atmosphere of sound that in a way like reflects the music and not like the other way, That's also what's nice about like the combination of like the harmonica and the cello. Like the harmonica, as I said before, is very like metallic, high, like windy vibes. The cello is like very much like grounded, low frequencies. And then like, I mean, you have like so much space in between these two. So you can fill it up with like different like sounds, textures, and melodies and rhythm. You have like a lot of space to breathe. So that's a nice thing to explore. And I feel like as we go like deeper and deeper into the music and with the new composition, we are really like thinking, I mean, we're going with this in mind. hopefully the new album is nice and we we provided this. I hope so, and let's see. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So were you also, how much are you involved in like the mixing project process of it?
Very involved.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working with the same engineer like for years now. So we really like have a language at this point. But of course, like every project is different. So it's really nice. We're discussing a lot, like what am I trying to say here? Why? I mean, why are we doing this? What is like? What is the message? And then like from there, we're trying to dig deeper and like to establish a sound that's yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's you also sitting down with the engineer in the studio, or it's like just sending the files and then listening at home. And
Sitting there the whole time, like
Oh, yeah.
hours. Yeah. Doing the editing, like doing the sound. Again, with the harmonica, I'm super like precise about
Yeah.
what I want and what I like. It's very, very hard to get rid of the high frequencies. Not an easy mission. So yeah, but it's fun. I really enjoy the process.
What was the setting like? Was it like all three of you in the same room?
I was in a separate room, and the cello and the pianist were like in a bigger room together with like a, how do you call it? Like a separation kind of. Yeah. Yeah.
So like there's almost no bleed into your microphone, kind of.
Not at all. My microphone, not at all. Also, they had like quite of like a good separation.
Yeah.
To be honest, it wasn't really necessary. We could have played like in one room. We were like prepared for it. But the only reason that why we recorded in separate like places, just like to be more flexible later on with the editing and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, that's always good, especially with harmonica. Just having that freedom, because like I mean, there's stuff to fix sometimes, and
I mean, I'm trying to be like in the moment and not think about the option to edit things later. Because otherwise, I'm trying to be in the moment, but sometimes you have to like think like, okay, we're living this now. I will fix it later. Let's move on. Yeah.
When is it coming out? That's a question by Kim. Yeah, fall, right?
Yeah, September, probably. September. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of harmonica players probably had that recording and then, I don't know, wanting to edit something, but then you got like bleed of the other instruments in the mic and...
Yeah, that's the thing with like recording sessions. You always need like to make quick decisions, you know? You're working with other people, there's like the pressure of time, but you need to let some things go, but you need to push in like other things. I mean, that's a delicate line, and I really enjoy the process, but of course with bleeding and stuff, you need to make the decision at the moment. I mean, that's good enough, that's not. I mean, yeah.
How much of the music, like what percentage is like improvised, and what's like your experience doing that stuff in the studio? Is it like first take, or do you record like up to whatever, how many takes, and then sometimes it's like the 8th take, which...
So like improvisation, I would say it's like maybe like 25% of the music. But it's also, I mean, even the improvisation parts, I mean, they're always under like a certain direction, form, chords, energy idea. There's always like a form behind that. In terms of takes, there's always like the magic of the first take.
Yeah.
I know, like for me, like as a soloist, as an improviser, usually the first take it's the best for me. But when you also like write a melody and an arrangement, sometimes the first take it's not the best. So you need like to get around and figure out if it's worth making more takes or not. With this specific, also it depends how much time you have in the studio, like
Yeah.
with these specific projects, we spend like 5 days in the studio,
For how many songs?
9 tracks.
Yeah.
So you have the time to record takes, some of like the
That's
rest.
crazy. That's really good. That's a good amount of time.
That's amazing. It's like a workshop vibes.
Yeah.
No distractions. You're only there playing with each other. That's amazing. That's also dangerous because you don't want to overplay the music.
Yeah.
Then you lose magic. So you always like need like to ask yourself, okay, that's enough. That's not. Can we actually do it better, or just like a waste of time and energy?
Yeah.
So I mean, every take you need to play like it's the first take in a way, but you lose your energy, you lose like your brain at some point. So you always like need to think and actually like feel if it's like worth playing more or not. Depends on the other musicians in the room. You don't want to like squeeze their energy. So yeah, it depends.
Yeah. Yeah, the last CD I recorded, there was one day at the studio for 12 songs. But that was like, we were lucky that day, I guess. It was also the Christmas music, so maybe that's a little different.
Yeah.
It was like easier to record that.
Yeah, it's different.
But yeah, very different. Yeah, we talked about a whole lot of stuff already. Any other questions in the chat, everybody? Let us know. What are the next concerts you got coming up? What's the next Germany date?
Germany date only in the fall, honestly. We're playing in Worms.
Mm-hmm. At the jazz festival in there?
Just Joy.
Oh yeah, right.
That's the name. With the trio. I have something coming up in Berlin. And we are working on some other things that hopefully...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Harmonica festivals? Maybe, who knows?
Who knows? I mean, nothing planned at the moment. I would love to go somewhere, hopefully. I'm going to Spain for the Harmonica
That's a Harmonica festival.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going there. That's in September.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing is planned. I would love to play more. We'll see. Yeah.
Who organizes the Harmonica festival in Spain?
Kim.
Oh yeah, okay. I see. Yeah. Are you going to give a workshop there?
I'm not
sure. Or is it just shows?
I think just a show, and I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Kim says, yeah, Kalela Harmonica Festival.
That's cool, Kim.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds good. What's the best place for people to stay updated? Oh, he just said in the chat, you're going to give a workshop. So you better think of a topic now.
Yeah. I'm working on that, Kim. Don't worry. What's the best way to stay connected? That's what you want?
To stay updated on your stuff. Like I linked all your social media in the chat, or not in the chat, in the description box. But if there's like
probably Instagram or my website, it's just like under my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, it's actually organized by John Paul. Yeah, right.
True.
Nice. Yeah. And then, I don't know, maybe you're gonna come by for it's not a festival, right? But the workshops in Berlin they are doing this
I'll be
year,
there for sure.
which is that end of May?
End of May, I will be there.
Yeah. So that's quite intense. I think I never gave like a 3-day or 4-day workshop.
Yeah, that's intense. I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Like, what am I going to talk about?
Day. How many hours each day?
Maybe up to 7 hours, could be.
Wow.
Like, you just like got a morning session and an evening session, kind of.
No.
So that's also Philip Jers giving a workshop. And who else? Yeah, I feel bad for Googling now. FEN Master Workshops. Okay, yeah. There's that one. And then we got Victor Puertos, yeah. He's giving the blues workshop. So yeah, 3 workshops. If anyone out there wants to be part of that, yeah, will you be offering workshops in Berlin in May, Ariel? Not this time.
Not this time, but I will be there to hang with you guys and learn something. And yeah.
There's like a session and concerts and stuff.
Yeah. Would be fun.
I wish I could just like hang out at Philip's workshop and learn some chromatic, you know?
I will go there for sure. He knows so much about the chromatic. That's super interesting for me.
Yeah. I feel like he's one of the most harmonica crazy people out there. So yeah, it's probably really good to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Nice, everybody. Thank you for your questions and for tuning in. Check out the description box below. Stay updated and check out what's coming up. The new music Ariel's gonna put out. And other than that, check out the Harmonica Fan Festivals workshops. That's exciting. And the other harmonica festivals. Maybe travel to Spain later this year, or I don't know, there are harmonica festivals in Asia coming up, Spa, all that stuff. So yeah, gonna keep you updated on upcoming Hohner Lives next month. We already got 2 this month, and we got a challenge coming up on February 23rd. That's Sunday. Topic, I don't know, I was thinking of Irish harmonica. Haven't done that in a while. Have you ever played any Irish music on the chromatic?
Not really. And not on the diathon either. So no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good topic. Maybe I can just talk to Joel. He's gonna join as a judge, maybe. That would be cool. He's the best judge for that. Or maybe Brendan Power. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Ariel, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
My lady, you know me, no forgive up on you never. Wanna be with you forever, 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 forever. Oh baby, where we they go? Now forward and far backward, never. Them they pray make we run down, never, 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 never. I'ma get that low. Girl, you're the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. Money go check I know. Girl, you're the best I know. Our next move, they never know. They never know. They never know. They never know. Without you, baby, the journey go too rough. So you know, girl, I be feeling this love. Even when I'm down, you wanna waiting this up. It's not blessing, I'ma not be luck. Baby, nobody fit there like you.